In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to do on-page SEO for affiliate sites and how you can use it to sometimes rank a website without building a single backlink. So hopefully you're looking forward to this. I know I'm looking forward to talking about it. So let's jump into my computer and get started.
So you want to be a rock superstar and live large, big house, 5 cars, you're in charge.
Okay, so we're here in my computer, and we're at an affiliate site of mine that I don't mind sharing because it's been showed publicly before. And what we're going to be talking about today is how to do on-page SEO for affiliate marketing. Now, it works pretty much the same for local marketing, but the focus of this is going to be affiliate because that's what both of the examples I have that I'm going to give you are. So we want to check out the site. It's called, I'll leave a link in the comments, but it's howtolosefupa-after-pregnancy.com. And if you go back and watch my keyword research video, you'll figure out how I came up with that keyword. And I'll link that to that video in the description as well. So there's just a few things I'm going to walk you through on the page, and then we're going to look in the back end of the site. So the first thing you're going to notice is that the keyword is right here at the top. This is the title. It is the part that you put in the title portion of the WordPress post or page. So you want to put that as your exact keyword, and then you can add more to that if you like. So, and like dash and keep it off or something like that. It doesn't matter, but you want to start with your exact keyword. Then I like to do an H1 of your exact keyword, and I know that that's an H1 already, but this is what's worked well for me. And I know, just disclaimer for the rest of this video, some of you are already screaming this is over optimized, blah blah blah, whatever. This is what works for me. I'm just showing it. If you want to apply it and work for you, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine also, but that's that. You know, if you disagree, that's certainly your prerogative, but this works for me. You can do whatever you want, make it more complicated however you like. So anyway, in this one I have it also in what looks like an H2, although I've combined it with some other things there. And then if you look in the text, I have it linked to some other pages on the site. For example, how to get rid of FUPA without surgery, and then there's a link into a page with that. And then I have a link out to my offer. And then I have it again. This actually probably is overkill. I have it in another H tag. I would probably, if I did this over, I would leave this out. I would take this out. If you look at the image here, the alt tag on it is how to lose FUPA after pregnancy. You want to have at least one image with that in it, but we'll cover that more when we get in the back end. And if you just look through the text, I'm not going to read it all to you because that would be boring, but you'll find it several times sprinkled throughout the text as well. So, and then I have it again in another H tag, which again is overkill, so you may want to cut down on the H tags that I have it in. And then you can just come to the site and look around in the text and you'll find it some. And then I have a video. I like to put a video on all my pages just because I find that it helps keep people on the site a little bit longer and so on. In this particular case, I actually have a video about the topic, but I mean, you want it to have it be about the topic, but I have a video here about the keyword, but you want it to be about the topic at least. And then I have some link out to some authority sites on here somewhere as well. So you want to have at least one link out to an authority site like a Wikipedia or WebMD or whatever makes sense for your particular site. So it's around here somewhere. So now we're going to look at the back end of the site and how I set it up. So this is the inside of it, the guts, if you will. And like I said, I have it here in the title and then here in an H1 tag. We can look at the image properties. And we have it as the alt text. And then most of that's what I already showed you on the front page. Again, I would cut down on some of these H tags, but for the site I got away with it. And then here's where the other important part is. If you set this, you want to go in and edit the snippet. If this is the Yoast SEO plugin, it's the most common one. It's what I use. There's some other ones, but they work virtually the same. So for the SEO title, I put the exact keyword. I begin it with the exact keyword. It's important to have it start with the exact keyword. And then in the meta description, I also have it start with the exact keyword and then put some other stuff. The rest of this, this may not be a great example, but the rest of it, you just want to be something that entices people to click. But you want to start it with the exact keyword to get maximum SEO benefit. And then as you can see, it's a focus keyword. This is Yoast, and it gives you some guidelines. I don't pay that much attention to it, but one thing I wanted to point out is it recommends, I don't know exactly what it recommends, but it recommends like a 0.75, I guess. I thought it recommended 1%, but obviously it's not quite 1%. of the text be the keyword, the focus keyword, or the keyword you're trying to rank for. I have it 14 times. That's probably enough. Some people would say it's too much, but like I said, it works for me. So that's the main things on this site that I wanted to show you. One other quick thing. As you can see, there are 1,759 words on this page. That's about normal. I like to have at least 2,000 on a home page and then 500 to 1,000 on supporting pages. That's what I got away with here. That's just what made sense for the article. So that's that. And obviously, the higher this number is, the more times you can get the keyword in there and the more times it will help. So that's that. Don't take this Yoast analysis very seriously. There's a few that are worth looking at, but for the most part, it's just a checklist, and it's not even the greatest checklist, so it's worth installing and paying attention to. But if you have a few red lights or orange lights, I wouldn't worry too much about it. So the one that they don't like that I did is linked to another page with my keyword. That's because I have variations of it, and they think I'm linking with it. So it's really not that big of a deal. So those are the main things on this site. So just to recap that real quick. Title, H1 tag. I like to have the keyword in the first paragraph somewhere. Alt tag on the image, peppered throughout the body of the article where it makes grammatical sense. Probably have too many H tags, but that's okay. You want to have about 0.5 to 1% keyword density. Keyword density is how many times the keyword shows up in your article, but that's, again, play with that and see what works best for you. And then in the snippet, you want to have it at the beginning of the title, the beginning of the meta description, and so on. And then you can look at this, but again, it's not really that important. And that's all for that one. I wanted to show you this one because it's an EMD to show you that, yes, even though it's not a super competitive keyword, that you can get away with being heavily optimized for a specific keyword, even with an EMD, and not have to worry about it. I know a lot of you are still thinking that this is over optimized, but it ranks number 1, and I think I've sent maybe 1 or 2 links to it ever. So it works if you do your keyword research properly and on page properly. You don't even need a lot of links. So that's the other one. Now I want to show you an example that's not an EMD, just so for the sake of comparison. So we're going to come over to my blog, which I don't really keep up anymore, but it's superstarmarketingonline.com. And the post that we're going to be looking at is the SERP.net review. Now this post ranks for quite a bit of things. It ranks for, I don't remember exactly, I haven't checked it in a while, but it ranks on the first page for things like SERP.net, SERP.net review, SERP.net coupon, SERP coupon, SERP review, and so on. Again, if those rankings aren't quite accurate, it's because I haven't checked them in a long time, but at one time I was page 1 for a lot of those, and even number 1 for a lot of those, so it may have changed, but it's still ranking pretty well for that. And again, we can kind of see some of the same things here. We have the title. The page title is the keyword that I wanted to rank for, and again in an H1, and then I have it here in the beginning paragraph. And then in this one I went a little overboard too. I guess back then I was doing heavily on my H tags. So, but you can see I went heavy on the H tags, and then it's just throughout the article in different in different points in the article, and again in a link out to the offer, and you'll find it. We'll look at the back end, but you'll find it several times throughout the text. This is a really, really long article because it's a video I did that I just had someone on Upwork transcribe. By the way, great tip right there. If you want to have double the effectiveness of your content, is to make videos and then transcribe them into blog posts. It works really well, and it's a great complement to the video. So just a little tip there. And you can just see it just goes on and on and on. I doubt anyone's ever read this entire thing because it's massive, but it's a great post. It has, like I said, it has the keyword stuffed throughout, not stuffed, but placed throughout it. I'm thinking of that because the first time that I posted this article and talked about how quickly it ranked, somebody immediately told me it was stuffed, and I did it wrong, even though it was ranked number 1, number 2, and number 3 for things. So that just shows you to think about if your opinion makes sense before you go out and state it. So anyway, now we're getting off topic a little bit. So let's jump into the back end of this. It's going to be pretty much similar to the other one. This one has a bunch of videos in it because, like I said, I took a video I did and sliced it up into a blog post and into separate videos. So it's kind of a unique piece of content in that way. But the one reason I wanted to show you a non-EMD / non-homepage was this is a little different because here we have it in the page title, but we also have it in the URL. This is a really important ranking factor. Domain is like probably the most important one, but URL is probably right there with it. That's just what I've noticed. Other people disagree and think that you over optimize that way. That's just how I've gone about it. And then again, have it right there at the beginning, the H1. We have it at the beginning in the beginning paragraph, and then just sprinkled throughout it. And see, this one, it actually makes even more grammatical sense because it was literally what I was saying that someone took and turned it into a blog post. So I don't think there's any images in this particular one, which is probably something I should have. I should probably put an image in and do the alt tag on it. That might help boost it up a little bit. Maybe we'll do that as a study and see what happens. But you can see I've got the offer link sprinkled throughout. I've got the keyword in here various times, and then a few videos. So I just wanted to show you a different version of a way to go about it. But yeah, that works as well. And then let's go down and look at the metas, and this is, you're going to see, is almost the same thing. So the keyword density is only 0.3 on this one. That's because this is like a 4,000 word article or something like that. But it's still found 13 times, and it ranked solely off the on page. So that I wanted to highlight to show you that there's no hard and fast rule about keyword density. So even though it's in there only 0.3% of the time, it's in there 13 times. So it didn't make sense to try to put it in more. You can see on the title here, I went keyword crazy and just put in every version of the keyword that I wanted to rank for. That seemed to work pretty well for this one. And then kind of the same thing here in the description. This doesn't read very well, but it worked. So I could probably tweak that and make it get a little bit better click through. So that's something that we could play with there too. So, and for the image, I think the only place that I did get an alt tag in an image here was the featured image. So that's kind of like a cheat. If you have an article that doesn't really need an image, you can put in a featured image and just put in your keyword there. So that's pretty much all I've got for you. I think that what I'll do now is I'll go through and I'll just come back and I'm going to do a little bulleted list for you. So we're going to pause for a second. I'm going to put together a little thing so you have like a checklist to look at, and we'll be right back. Okay, so here's what we have. The first thing you want to do is make sure you have the exact keyword in either your domain or your URL. You want to have your exact keyword in either in the title, whether it's a post or whether it's a page. You're going to have the exact keyword in the first paragraph of your post. Sometimes Yoast is going to complain and say it's not there even when it is, but that's okay. If you know it's there, it's there. Don't worry about what the tool tells you. Just use your common sense. You want to have the exact keyword in at least one H1 tag. You need to realize there's not a set percentage of keyword density. You just want to put it in where it makes sense. And then if you're not ranking like you're supposed to, kind of pepper it in a few more times to see if that makes any difference. You got to tweak that for each individual site and keyword. You want to, I didn't mention this in the first part of the video, but you want to change the name of an image that you upload to the exact keyword. Upload that image and then use the exact keyword as the alt tag on that image. So hopefully that makes sense. If not, ask in the question or the comment section. You want to use the exact keyword at the beginning of your meta title and at the beginning of your meta description, not your Mets description. That's a crappy baseball team. So hopefully that all makes sense. You can screenshot that or just come back to the video or whatever. I just wanted to make it to kind of like sum it up for you. So that's what I got for you. That's how I do on-page SEO for affiliate sites. My process for local sites is fairly similar. If you have any questions about that, ask them in the comments or ask in our Facebook group at facebook.com/superstar-SEO. If you like videos like this and would like to see them more, do me the biggest favor and click the subscribe button below this video and then hit the notification bell so you'll know right away when each video comes out. We're doing a video a day for 30 days. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.